Guys, it's Dysphonic here and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and be part of the family. In today's video, I'll be collaborating with NUF DeE on a project I broke down for you guys on our previous video. If you haven't watched the video, please go watch the video so that you can get a bit of background on the song. But otherwise, yeah, that'll just be it. I'll be collaborating with NUF DeE. I have an unfinished project from him. I played it for you guys. I'm gonna play it for you guys again for the last time, and then from there I'll be adding on my own sounds, adding on my own unique texture, and we'll be merging the two styles, and then I'll then play the final product for you guys. And then yeah, I'll be getting feedback from you as well, and then I'll also be showing you guys how you can collaborate with other artists. It doesn't matter the genre, it doesn't have to be deep house or deep tech like this, but it's the same technique that you can apply to any type of project. This is not the only way to do it, but then for me, this is how I usually do it. Collaborating with artists is not really easy, but it just needs you to listen to the beat, get the style of the beat, get the direction of the beat, and then see how you can add your own touch. Before we get into the video, I just want to say we're still having the competition. It's gonna be announced full in depth next week, or let me not say next week, let me say in the next coming video. That's where I'll announce the competition in detail. I've been getting a lot of questions, people asking about the details of the competition, but I will post a video here on YouTube announcing everything in detail. So please make sure to subscribe, stay tuned for the video. There'll be a lot of cash prize to be won, so you don't want to miss this out. Otherwise, let's get into today's video. Let me show you guys how to collaborate with an artist on a project. Now, the first thing that I did was to play the entire beat the way I received it, as unfinished as it was, but then I played it all, listened to it like 2 times so that I fully understand the beat itself and then the rhythm of it. And then the next thing that I did was to go to the main chords, and then I played them on solo so that I just get the key of the song. Now I'm gonna play them for you. By just listening to that, I already have an idea of the key or the tone of the song. I don't know the terminology, but I have like the key of the song in my head. The next thing I did was to figure out which section of the song can I contribute to the most, right? If you look at the structure of the song, you'll already figure that every element of the introduction is already well laid out. The drum kit is there, the chords are there, every element of the drum kit is there, shakers are there, percussions are there, so there isn't much I can do to the intro. Now, I figured out that this is the section where I can contribute to the most, and then I start playing around within that section. So this is the section where we are building towards the climax. Even though the bass line is there and the chords are there, some sounds are missing. That is the melody. So you have to first figure out which sounds, or you know, what type of sounds can you add. For me, I figured out that I can add some melodies, I can add some synths, I can add some plugged sounds, right? Now I'm gonna quickly play this part of the song without the sounds that I added. Now that mini break over there is a nice opportunity for me to start introducing my own sounds. What I do then is introduce that section by these effects over here. Just listen to that. Nothing hectic so far. So that is just an element that I'm trying to use to transition into more sounds that I'm gonna add onto the beat. If you pay attention to the way this bass line is, you'll notice that it changes. There's this pattern 5 over here, and then there's this pattern 12. Now the notes of the bass line are different. It changes. So whatever I'm gonna add over here, if it's a plugged sound, it will not be the same as what I'll add over here. There's the same preset, by the way, but then it's different progressions or different notes. That is because of the way the bass line is. So the bass line will determine how I add my own sounds also, if I'm planning to use that bass line of the song. Now let's just play the bass line as it is. Now, because of that change in progression or the change in the bass line, I have to add sounds that are gonna complement it, or that are gonna go hand in hand with the bass line. Now, the first bass line, this is the sound that I added. Now, as you can see, this is the same as the chord progression that he used over here. This is the same chord progression that he used over here. If I can copy this and paste it over here, you'll then notice that it is the same thing. It's just that it's transposed an octave upward. So that's the same thing. I just chopped it and then made it short, and then yeah, it just gave that nice bouncy plugged sound. So that only complements the first part of the bass line. Let me just play together with the first bass line. And I made use of automations over there. All right, now I can't use this sound together with this bass line over here. There's a different bass line over here, so I have to change my sound. But if I'm still using the same sound, this is how it will sound. Okay, I guess it doesn't sound that much weird, but then for me, it sounds like it is not changing. A song has to, you know, it has to be dynamic, it has to change a bit. But if it stays too constant, it's gonna get like a bit boring and uninteresting. So I had to change the progression that I used over here to this one over here. All right, so just pay attention to that and listen to how I changed it. Obviously, this sound goes hand in hand with this bass line over here. And then I added another preset to lay it up with this sound over here. It's the same progression. And then the next thing I did was to find a way to add onto this bass line. I didn't want to change it completely because it's so dope. So I just added on top of it. I had to add my own touch. Yeah, because I just feel like this is my signature as well. And this is how it sounds. Let me just play the original bass line. And And then now this is how it sounds with my edition. It sounds more harsh, so this is gonna be useful towards the climax of the song. So this is how it's gonna be sounding towards the climax of the song. And then another addition I made here was to, complete the climax of the song and give it more hype by using this synths over here. I'm just gonna solo it for you. Okay, there's a weird delay over there. It sounds weird when you're playing it in solo like this, but then everything together, it sounds dope. And then I automated the volumes over there and also some cutoff frequencies to make it sound more harsh, just to give the listener some suspense. And yeah, those were my additions. And then yeah, it was just playing a lot around with automations to make things more dynamic in the song, just to make it more and more interesting. And then I played around with the track arrangement in order to make everything one complete beat. Now let's listen to how the final beat sounds. So this is how the final beat sounds so far. Let me know down by the comments if you like it. I hope I didn't mess it up for you guys, because I saw your feedback from the previous video that you liked how NUF DeE started it off, and I hope I also complimented it as well. Shout out to NUF DeE. He's a dope producer. Shout out to him. Please go check him out on Spotify, on iTunes. Show him some love. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I also hope you learned how to collaborate with other artists. Let me know in the comments if you like how the final song sounds, because we are planning on dropping it very soon.